Okay, folks, welcome back to the Long Dark Wintermute. You join us in the broken railroad, specifically in the mouth of the tunnel that's just come across from Forlorn Muskeg. We are exactly where we left off, and we are in a little bit of a pickle because we are at hypothermia risk at the moment. So, what I am going to do is light myself a fire, which I really need to actually light. Let's give that a try. I'm going to light myself a fire and just warm myself up a little bit before we go any further. This is a brand new region, Broken Railroad, for Wintermute. It joins on to Forlorn Muskeg. Forlorn Muskeg is a region I've never really explored too much in Sandbox either, but I did know that this region wasn't there and the tunnel just kind of ended. So this is a new area, which... Oh, that's a bit annoying. Okay, we'll give that another try. I'm not carrying any books with me, which is a bit annoying. I should be carrying some books, really. I've got a 13% torch, but that's actually worse. Can I give myself better? Let's just use 6 ounce. Just need the thing to light. Okay, there we go. Right, so let's just make ourselves a little bit of a fire. Well, it's quite a long fire, actually, 3-hour fire. And let's eat some stuffs. There we are, so that's given us some calories, and we are now warming up very, very nicely. So let's just stay here. Can I pass time without having to put the bedroll down? Yes, I can. So let's pass time for an hour. There we go. We'll just drink. I think we've got another couple of hours on this fire, so let's make use of them. So let's pass time again for another hour, which should bring our temperature all the way up, and then we can take a torch and we can leave the fire to burn itself out. Now, normally, you know me, I wouldn't be wasting a fire, but things are slightly different in Wintermute. It's a little bit less about long-term survival, and it is more about completing the missions and survival by completing the missions and working with other people. So, as you know, when we were in Milton, I did do a fair bit of exploring around, and we set ourselves up a bit of a base camp, started to gather supplies, but obviously then when we left Milton, we were unable to go back. So I don't think we can actually go back to Milton, because we came out of the town, the rope broke, which meant we couldn't climb back up, and then when we came through the transition area, we did just mysteriously end up in Mystery Lake. So there is no clear pathway from where we were into Mystery Lake, so we definitely cannot go back. So I am not bothering too much with setting up base camps like I normally would do in survival mode for long-term survival and gathering all my resources. I'm not bothering too much with that in Wintermute in the story mode, because it looks like we're going to be moving from region to region quite regularly, and we're not necessarily going to be able to get back, so I don't want to make too big a supply cache. So I'm being a bit more mobile than I normally am, which means I'm not taking everything I see, and I am probably at slightly more risk than I normally am. That torch didn't last very long, did it? It's already gone out. Can we relight it? No, that really didn't last very long at all. Let's get rid of it then. Right, well, we've come to a bit of a dead end. I was kind of expecting the maintenance yard to be... Okay, it's a landslide, so we've got to go down and around by the looks of it. We can't just go down the rail tracks, so let's go down and this way. Oh, there's a wolf at the bottom. What a shocker. Let's break this out. Okay, so there's a landslide. We're going to have to go down and around it. We're not going to be able to simply... Oh! He picked me up from a long way off there. I'm not carrying anything. Okay. Whoa! 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 I hate wolves. Okay, my condition is in a spot of bother. Blood loss. Quick, give me some first aid. I need a bandage. Apply a bandage. Apply the bandage. And apply one of the many, many bottles of antiseptic that I'm carrying with me. Why is it applying it to my stomach? Oh, there we are. Okay, so my condition is a little bit on the low side now. We've healed all our afflictions. Let's pick this flare back up. If I have another run-in with a wolf, though, I am going to be in trouble. So, he's gone that way. I'm hoping we have to go this way. If we have to go that way, I think I'm going to set myself up a little emergency camp up a corner somewhere. And let's sleep for a bit and get my condition back up. And it does indeed look like we have to go that way to get round this landslide. So, I am going to set myself up a little emergency camp up this here corner. Because it protects us, you see. Stops the wolf from being able to get at us. Except I can't place a fire there. I can place one there, though. Can I put one? No. This is a bit of a nuisance. Is it because I'm holding it too close to it? Right, I can't put it there. I can put it there. Okay, I can use the flare to light it. And I can use that, and I can use that. So let's get this fire lit. The wolf is wandering about, but I am really hoping that I can come out the other side of this and be alright. Oh, it didn't work! I think I'm being punished slightly for saying that we were having such good fortune with fires starting first time. I'm being slightly punished here because I've suddenly started having lots of failures. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Okay, I really need this fire to light now. So I'm using wood matches, I'm using that, and I'm using what's going to give me the best chance of a fire, which is going to be the stick. We have a 75% chance of the fire lighting, but so far the last kind of 4 or 5 that I've tried to light have all failed. I know it's a bit breezy down here, but even so, we're in a little relatively sheltered corner. We should be able to get a fire lit in here. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm only doing this because I really need to try and get my condition up a little bit, and the only way I can do that is by sleeping. There we go, we have a fire finally, okay. Let's add some firewood to it. So that gives us a 3-hour fire. We might as well chuck the ruined torch in as well. We might as well chuck that one in as well. So that gives us a 3-hour fire. Plus I have a flare still burning, so let's chuck the flare down. This is where I'm probably going to find I can't put my flipping bedroll down. Yep, what a shocker. Oh, well, hang on, could I put it there? Put it there. I'll do. Right. So let's give myself 3 hours to sleep. We are by the fire. The fire hopefully will not go out while we're asleep. It appears to still be burning. We have woken up. And we have a bit of a whiteout. Our condition hasn't really gone up that much actually because we went to flipping starving halfway through. In fact, has it gone down? No, it has gone up. It has gone up slightly, so we have increased our condition very slightly. Okay, I'm going to eat the MRE now. Just need a good boost. We're going to have to get moving because I don't like the idea of camping down here, so we're going to get moving. So let's pick up a torch. It's not going to burn for very long, so it don't seem to, but let's get ourselves going. We're in unfamiliar territory, and we know there are wolves about, so I really want to get to this rail maintenance yard and hopefully we can take shelter. So we're going to be a bit careful of weak ice, which I suspect is one of the things this area is trying to catch us out with. I'm going to keep following this river down this way. And hopefully we shall find a way back up. Don't know what the temperature. What's the temperature like? Actually, the temperature's not too bad, so we're okay temperature-wise. Has this come to a bit of a dead end? Well, okay. This has actually come to a dead end. Can't get up there. Well, that was a bit unexpected. Oh, have we got to go up here? There we are. Let's go up here. About the only way we can go. We seem to be moving away from where we need to be, though. That's the only slight thing. Where are we dropping? Are we dropping back down? We're dropping back down to where we just were. There's a dead wolf there, so we did actually Rika Revengi on that wolf. The wolf did drop. Well, we've actually just gone in a circle and come back to where we just were. Got a waterfall here. And we have what looks like a steep path. But I can't help but think that's actually the path we came down on. So I think we've almost kind of... Oh dear. Let's just bring the map up. I'm actually a little bit lost here. Okay, there's landslide. So where's the waterfall? Is the waterfall on the map? There's the waterfall. Can we... Okay, so rather than following this... Can we get back up? We're in a serious spot of bother here. Is there... There's something that I'm missing. And I think I've just seen what it is. I think I've just figured this one out. Sneaky little devils at Hinterland. The sneaky little devils at Hinterland. Okay, there we go. So that's a little navigational puzzle for us that we've got to solve there to move forward. Okay, so we can now... This looks a bit like a glacier. Let's assume now this will pop us back up on the other side of the landslide. So I'm conscious that it's starting to go dark, and I really do want to try and get to the rail yard before it goes dark, because I'm hoping there'll be shelter there. Because I really don't want to have to sleep out in the open for the whole night if I can avoid it. Although I have got a hatch. I've got a hatchet, haven't I? Have I? Yes, I have. Of course I have. I've been attacking walls with it. Oh, do excuse me. My phone is ringing. 2 seconds. Okay, folks. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I have several family members who aren't very well at the moment. So if the phone rings, I can't ignore it. Okay, so anyway, carrying on. Nothing dramatic on this occasion. Let us continue. As I bump into the microphone there, making a very unusual sound, no doubt. Okay, so temperature-wise, it's -7, so temperature-wise not actually that bad. Did I just imagine that, or did my condition just come up a little tiny bit there? It always used to be that you could only get your condition up by sleeping. Maybe it actually now does go up slightly. Oh, you're kidding me. Let me guess. I now have another landslide to negotiate. Oh no, wait a minute. Looks like we can go around this one. Okay, we can indeed get round this one. Oh, we have a locomotive. Well, I suppose that makes sense, because there's lots of rail cars around the place, but so far we've not come across a locomotive. Can we get in here? Can we go inside? Oh, that's a bit disappointing. That would be awesome. Never mind. We can at least climb the steps. An awesome place to shelter, actually. Okay, let's keep following the... I'm going to keep following the rail line. Knowing that, obviously, this train maintenance yard is going to be connected to the track. I mean, I know I am a rail enthusiast and a rail volunteer, but you don't really need to be a railway enthusiast to know that a rail maintenance yard is going to be connected to a railway line. This is actually a slightly bigger region than I thought, you know. It's going much further around than I thought. And we've got gnarly trees, which usually means something. So that's directing us down there somewhere. What's potentially down there? And that's directing over that way. That's potentially down there. But it looks like this is the rail maintenance yard that we are aiming for. Potentially. Or is it? Because the rail lines don't go into it. So that's a road that goes probably into the rail maintenance yard, to be fair. Okay, we've got a vehicle here that we could conceivably come use for shelter. Oh, hello, dear. Let me bring the map up. That's mildly concerning. Well, if you have a look at the map, the rail maintenance yard is actually a long way away from the rail line, which is a bit odd. So I assume this is where we do need to be going, is down this hill. See a big building up ahead of us. It's obviously where we are aiming to go. I'm going to be very interested to see. Again, so far we've only ever encountered one NPC at a time. And when we've been going off on any of these little missions, we haven't encountered other NPCs. So I'm going to be very interested if we do encounter any other NPCs as we're going along. I am kind of racing through the landscape a little bit. I haven't really been keeping an eye on out for anything that's around me, which I am doing simply because I don't really know where I am. Well, that's a little bit of a pointless hut, but at least it's somewhere for us to hide. So we'll leave that door open. Or is this going to tell me I can't get around that? I thought that was going to spell something out then. Okay, we've got a few vehicles and things around, so we've got hidey holes and stuff that we can get in. These are road rail vehicles by the looks of things, so we're in the right place. We've got an open door here that leads into some sort of office. Can I shut the door? No, I can't. Okay, I can't shut the door.
That'll come in handy.
I am going to take that. Of course, I'm going to take the food. Got a chair. We've got a balaclava. Excellent. We can go. We can go rob a bank. Warm but sinister looking. We can go rob a bank with that. We've got a book. I'm going to take that. I know I'm pretty heavily encumbered. We've got rifle ammunition. I have a feeling we're going to need that. Okay. We have a bed. So obviously we can sleep here, but obviously being conscious of the fact that we are pretty exposed because the door is open. Let me guess. Oh no, we can go inside. Okay. I thought that was going to be another find a random key that's hidden in an urn somewhere. So we're now inside a rail maintenance yard. It is a little bit warmer in here, but it is still cold. And it is pretty dark. So let's bring up our storm lantern. Okay, so there's quite a lot of things in here. It's pretty... It reminds me of the whale processing area a little bit. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I know I'm looking for... Well, I'm looking for food. Food's always useful. There'll be quite a bit of it around. Okay, I don't think we need quite that much fishing tackle. Well, we're looking for tools that can repair the rifle, aren't we? So we're probably looking for some sort of workbench. I can hear some squeaking noises. Okay. Whoa! Oh, Will, what are you going to do that for?
Holy. That's smart. Oh. He doesn't look so good. What's that on the floor beside him? Forest Talkers. Sounds like some kind of indie band. Maybe this guy was one of them. I guess I should check out this lodge. I have to stay focused on the task at hand.
Okay, that's interesting. So we've fallen over a frozen corpse. And cracked our skull open on a shelf. I wasn't expecting a cutscene, I have to be honest. That caught me a little bit by surprise. We've actually got ourselves a nice little area that we could, in theory, come and camp in this little corner here. So out of the cold. I'm sorry, friend, I'm going to have to step over you. Hand-powered milling tool. Bolt cutters. Oh, I have those. I think that might come in handy. It's going to be quite heavy though, that's the only slight worry. We will leave the lamp, but we will take the fuel. We have a broken metal control box. Can we do anything with this?
This is what I'm looking for.
Oh dear. Right, okay. Let me just extinguish that. And let's just have a look at our updated missions. Use the hand-driven milling machine to repair Jeremiah's rifle. So we've done that. Look for more info about the forest talkers at the old hunting lodge. Okay, so we have another mission, which is to go and find something in the old hunting lodge. So where is the old hunting lodge? I assume it's going to be on this map somewhere. Oh, it's miles over in the wrong direction. Yippee! So we've got to kind of go the wrong way a bit here. But I think what I'm probably going to do is spend the rest of this video having a look around the maintenance yard, see if there's anything more useful stuffs here, and we will probably hang around here for a little bit as well before we move on. So let's... Again, we are up against the clock in a certain degree that we need to complete these missions, but we're not in such a state of having to get things done that we can't kind of just take our time a little bit and do a bit of exploring. Oh, this is a bit better. This is a bit warmer. Yes, this is a better bed to use, I think, than the other one. We've got a book, more books. I might actually just do a little bit of a... I might actually do a little bit of a supply cache dump here and just drop some stuff that we don't necessarily need to be carrying with us, although I'm not going to be dropping all of my critical stuff at any point because I never know where the game's going to take us. I'm still not picking up newsprint and stacks of papers because I had such a massive tinder supply, but obviously I've lost that because it was all back at Milton, so... Okay, we've got plenty of food now, we've got some lockers, we've got some more books. I think I'm going to use the drawers in this desk in this room to store things that I don't want to have to carry with me.
This will come in handy.
Oh, I need some cloth because I'm running short of bandages. Okay, let's have a look around the rest of the place, see if there's anything else. Then we'll come back here and sort of set ourselves up a little bit. We've got... Interestingly, this is not a railway maintenance yard as such, it's more of a vehicle maintenance yard. There's no rail vehicles, there's road rail vehicles, it's not actually a rail maintenance yard. But there's still lots of interesting stuff. We've got a fire barrel here that we can potentially use, because I presume I can't light a fire on the ground here. Let's have a look through these drawers.
I need to know if the hypothermia will kill me.
Reclaim wood, I'm going to take. I'm not going to bother taking the scrap metal. I did pick up the, what's it there? Oh, we've got another pry bar. Well, we may as well leave that because the pry bar we've got is okay at the moment, or at least I think it is. So I don't think we really need to be, yeah, it's in really good condition, so we don't really need to be carrying another pry bar around with us, they're quite heavy. Can I get in that little area? Must be able to get up there somehow, must be a way. Oh yeah, up here, up this ramp. Got a cloth there we can break down, we can go up this little flight of stairs to a little control office where there's some water. And some beef jerky and a newsprint roll, which I am going to leave. Nothing down there. Not going to bother with the trash can. See, I'm not doing what I normally do and absolutely searching everywhere. I am being a little bit more selective than I normally am. Okay, a bit stuck there. Okay, so let's head back into. I don't know what the kind of time is. We are heading into night. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to head back into our little room over here, which I think is going to make a good camp. We'll do a little bit of housekeeping. I'm going to use the big drawers in this desk to store things. So let's go in the drawer. Let's store a few things that I don't think we need to be carrying with us. So, we don't need to be carrying quite so many matches. So let's get rid of a box of matches. We'll get rid of a couple of pieces of the cedar firewood. We don't be carrying quite so many of those, but I will keep the rest of it. I've got plenty of tinder plugs, so I'll get rid of the newsprint for the time being. I'm going to get rid of one of the books, but I will keep one of them. First aid supplies, we're carrying quite a few, so I'm going to ditch a couple of these, or one of these. Let's ditch some of these purification tablets as well. Don't need quite so many of those. We will hang on to the rest of that, though. I don't want to drop anything. I'm going to lose my hat. I've already lost it. Okay, so I've lost my hat, so I'll get rid of that. I don't really want to wear this scary balaclava, if I'm honest. We'll get rid of that as well then. Food-wise, we obviously don't want to ditch any of that because we really don't know when we're going to... If and when we're going to get back here. We don't need to be carrying quite so many sewing kits. I'm carrying these simple tools around, but so far I haven't actually had a need for them, so I am actually going to ditch them. Don't need to be carrying them. I'm going to keep the rifles. I'm going to keep the flare shells. I have got the flare gun somewhere. I'm actually carrying a wolf pelt. I didn't realise I was carrying a wolf pelt. Let's get rid of that. Let's drop that, and we will put it out. I didn't realise I was carrying a fresh. I've completely forgotten I was carrying a wolf pelt. So I kind of should really have left that in Trapper's Homestead, really, to cure. But anyway, we'll leave it here to cure instead. Okay, we've done a good job of reducing our carrying weight there. Actually, we've done pretty well. So, oh, there's the trespassal. We've got some bolt cutters, which I think are going to come in handy. We want to try and keep flares. Yeah, we want to keep all of those because we never know when we're going to need them. There is a chance, of course, that we will get back here. I'm just being a little bit cautious because obviously I did set up a bit of a supply cache, a bit of a base camp in Milton, and I ended up losing everything. So I don't want to, particularly since we're kind of going off on a bit of a tangent here up to this hunting lodge. We don't know what we're going to find, and we don't know where it's going to take us. So we might find ourselves not coming back this way, in which case we might not be able to come and get the things we're leaving here. So I don't want to leave anything critical here. I only want to leave things that I could conceivably live without. However, we are doing okay for the time being. So I am going to call it a day at this point. Apologies for the interruptions in this one. It's really hard to find time to record. It's even harder to find time when you're not going to get interrupted. But yeah, hopefully we're at length. Unfortunately, I've lost track of the time slightly, but hopefully we are at length. But yeah, we're actually doing pretty good. So let's just, before we go, let's have a quick look at where we are. Risk of infection we've dealt with. You fixed my rifle. So we fixed the rifle. We're now wanting to go and find out about the forest talkers at the old hunting lodge. Find the cache in Alan's Cave. So it is Alan's Cave that cache is in. So we'll head to Alan's Cave when we get back to Mystery Lake and go and see if we can find that cache. Anything else? Jeremiah. Oh, that's a nice picture of Jeremiah. That's kind of cool, that. A tough old trapper and hermit. Lives alone in the wilderness of Mystery Lake. Doesn't like people much. That's true. Okay, current trust is very low. In order to give him, to gain trust from him, we can give him sticks, cloths, wound dressings, pork and beans, rabbit pelts, and deer hides. Annoyingly, we can't give him wolf pelts because we've got one of those. But anyway, so that's how we can build Jeremiah's trust. And he gives us various different things. So world building information about Mystery Lake, supply of caches, crafting blueprint for improvised hatchets, Carter Hydro Dam, crafting blueprint for deerskin pants, deerskin boots. We really could do with that. That's a side mission. Jeremiah wants you to find and destroy some of his old letters, the Aurora observations, and another blueprint. People. Well, unfortunately, we can't actually look at that, which is a bit frustrating. Things, knowledge about places. We have knowledge about places now. People. We haven't been making any notes. We've got a fair few collectibles. Yeah, so we're okay. We're doing pretty well. We're in really good shape. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. We'll continue in the next video. We're going to head over to the old hunting lodge. We'll check out this group and see what's what. Obviously, this does mean we're going to be interacting with our NPC. So this could be a decision point where this could be the dilemma it's going to put us in. Is do we help Jeremiah or do we help this group in the old hunting lodge. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that pans out. But right now, I am going to say thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again very, very soon.